Hey, what's going on, guys? It's me, Aiden, from Cartoon Apocalypse, and welcome back to Miraculous Monday. Now, this week I don't know if you saw last week, but last week I was like, okay, so we need to come up with something to do with the costume, because the fan art is not as frequent as it previously was. So I was like, hey, what do you guys want to do? And a lot of people like the bingo card idea. So I think what we're gonna do is I want you guys to comment a bunch of words slash phrases, probably more phrases than words, because you know, words are just words. But words or phrases that are more unique to me that I say a lot, because I mean, it can't just be like, oh, he says and a lot, because I do, but like that's something that everybody says. But like words that are more exclusive to me, like I say interesting a lot, or like that's interesting or something. So maybe like that would be one of them. Now I know a lot of you already did that in the previous video, but I would appreciate it if you did it again in this video, so that way I don't have to like be searching through both videos. So yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do. And then what I'll do is I will put that through like a random bingo card generator, and then I will put the bingo card up on screen, and then I won't like look at the bingo card or anything. I'll just like screenshot it and put it on there, and then you guys in the comments can be like, hey, that's a bingo right there. And then in the next video, then I'll be like, okay, so we got a bingo last video, so this video I'll be wearing the horns and then the wig if we do it again. So yeah, that's how it's gonna work. So yeah, I think this will be fun and interesting because it'll give you guys engagement, and you can see me be in pain by having to wear a wig for 20 minutes of my day. So yeah. But anyway, hopping right into the Reddit and not forgetting to switch over to my desktop this time, seems accurate. Adrien in season 3 be like, wait, let me iron this real quick. Jeez, I never realized how cursed something could be. This definitely would be on the Cursed Miraculous Images series if we were still doing that. But we're not doing that right now, so rest in peace, Cursed Miraculous Images. But this is scary, and I don't actually like it, so we're gonna move on. R.I.P. character development. Chloe sobs, here lies Chloe's hopes and dreams. Thomas, what a baby. Yeah, okay, so I do agree with this, because I mean, I just don't like the way that they did the whole Chloe stuff, because in the end, if they weren't gonna help Chloe become a better person, then what was the point of her arc? You know, like, I'm the person who's like, okay, I don't want to waste time doing stuff that's not necessary. You know, like Chloe's arc, sure, there was a bit of time when like we were like, oh, maybe Chloe will become a better person. But then the show was just like, nah, not anymore. You thought, sucker. So yeah, I was like, why go through all that time to develop her character and then just throw it out the window and say, oh, it never happened. It was just, you know, it was never meant to be or whatever. Like, that just seems like you could have, instead of having like the whole lot of character development for Chloe, you could have used that time doing something more interesting for the plot, because in the end the character development for Chloe didn't end up adding to anything because it didn't do anything, you know? So Chloe just reverted back to the same way she was back in season 1, and it was like, okay, well, great, now what? Like, there was no point to it. So yeah, that's sort of my thoughts on it. What do you think? Here's my Ladybug sketch on the whiteboard. Oh, that's so cool. I had this art teacher, and he was like really good at doing drawings on a whiteboard. And it was so weird because, you know, you'd come into class and he would have like just something on the whiteboard. And I think it was more for a different class. It wasn't necessarily for the class that I was taking at that time. But yeah, he like, there was this one time where he had this ginormous eye, and it was like shaded and everything, and it was crazy because like, how do you shade on a whiteboard? You know, it was just insane how he was able to do that. And it was like every time we would walk into class and be like, oh my gosh, like, how does he do this? And then like whenever he went to draw something on the whiteboard as a demonstration, then it would just look really good, and we were always like, how do you do that? Because it's so hard to convey shadows and lighting and stuff like that on a whiteboard, and we were just all amazed. So yeah, kudos to him. I noticed that lots of people in the show refer to Marinette as pretty or beautiful. They are not wrong. Well, that's funny because you put an image of her that's like, to me it's not like I think pretty and beautiful. I think, hey, that's a funny face of this character, you know, like, I don't know, I just think that's funny how like they're kind of contradicting. But who knows, maybe like this is the ideal face, like in this exact formation for some of you. I don't know, maybe it is. I'm not judging, I'm just saying this one looks like something that would be on a funny faces video versus a like oh, look how pretty Marinette is video. Is that just me? I don't know. You can never live this down, Adrien. Waiter, and what can I get the lovely couple this evening? Marinette, oh, actually, we're just friends. Adrien, this is our honeymoon, and you still won't let me live this down. Yeah, well, I talked about this last time we saw something like this, but Marinette doesn't actually, like, know the just a friend thing that much, right? It's only been a couple times, like, all of it's just been off-screen to other people or to, like, Plag or something, but it, like, Marinette hasn't actually heard that, so sadly, things like this wouldn't actually exist, because Marinette wouldn't, like, I mean, unless if there's more, like, off-camera and stuff, but, like, as far as we know, Marinette hasn't heard that phrase very often, if at all, and so, like, these funny interactions that could happen maybe just won't because of that fact, and it's kind of sad, but, at least we can, behind the scenes, recognize that, hey, this would be a funny thing if Marinette actually heard Adrien say a lot of those things. A familiar shirt. Okay, a couple questions. One, is this you? Two, I don't think this is, like, based off of anything. This is just a complete coincidence, right? Yeah, I mean, like, there's no way that these two are directly related, because the colors are too different. There's more colors in this one than there are in this one. Yeah, I don't know. But the question that I have here is, like, what's the background here? Because, I mean, obviously there's some sort of, like, lights formation, but it's, like, it's pretty cool, actually. I'm sort of interested, like, is it, like, are you in a studio, or is it just, like, that happened to be the background, and it was, like, pretty lucky because it looked pretty cool? I don't know. That's interested. Like, I would like to see a full resolution image of just the background, because it looks pretty cool. POV, the photographer told you guys to do your cutest smile, and your friend isn't even trying to look cute, and then there's you trying your hardest to look hot. The photographer, my friend, me, yeah, I feel this a lot, but I don't remember. This face is so common, but I don't remember what episode it is. Let me know what episode this is, because it's really good. It's a really good Adrien face, and I want it in full high HD resolution, because I like that. I like the high quality images. You know, we only have, like, low quality, and maybe that's because it's, like, zoomed in, but, like, I bet I could even get a higher quality, you know, like, it would still probably be lower quality because it's zoomed in, but it would be probably higher quality than this, and I want it. I have an obsession with high quality images. So, yeah. How did these make him laugh so much? Why do you go to bed at night? Because the bed won't come to you. What goes up but doesn't move? What does... I assume that's supposed to be goes up but doesn't move. The stairs. What does a snail say when it's riding on a turtle's back? Woo. Yeah. I mean, like, I get the first two, but the third one, it's like, they're not even that funny, you know? Like, part of me hopes that in, like, the French dub, they're actually funny jokes, and these jokes were to more match the lip sync, and not so much the funny jokes. But I don't actually know, so... And maybe there is also a chance that, like, these are just translated from French, and it's more funny in French or something. I don't know. They weren't that funny. I didn't think they were that funny. Like, that's actually a thought that went through my head. Like, these jokes aren't funny. I don't understand, but, I mean, like, whatever. There's nothing we can do about it, I suppose, but, yeah. It's just, like, it would have been nice to have actually funny jokes, but it also could depend on your perspective of what's funny, because just because this last one isn't funny to me, maybe somebody else thought it really hilarious. So, I don't know. I'm not here to judge on your opinion of comedy. Inviting your childhood friend and your 4-year enemy over to your party at your own house. That's a mood right there. You're like one of your only friends dancing with your sworn enemy. That's actually a mood. Oh my gosh. But Chloe powered through it pretty well. She did pretty good in this episode. So, good job, Chloe, for holding in your anger and your frustration for an entire episode. Round of applause, because nobody else can do that but you. You are amazing, and congratulations, I guess. I don't know. Me using my birthday money to buy something for myself. This is my first post on Reddit, by the way. That's funny, yeah. It's sort of similar to that, like, metal meme. So, Sorta. It's a different vibe, but it's sort of similar. But, yeah, that's funny. You know, out of all, like, this episode, Quamibuster, yeah. Quamibuster had a lot of plot, and it was really good, but we hardly see any coverage on it. Like, it's not featured as much, I feel like, as other episodes. I don't know why specifically, but, I mean, I feel like there should be more videos coming from the guy who's supposed to be making Miraculous videos. So, maybe I'll make more videos on Quamibuster. I don't know. Would you like that? Let me know down in the comments. I did think of another video idea that I was gonna make. Yeah. I remember now. I'm not gonna tell you because that's spoilers, but I do have an idea. There's planes going by, and it's annoying. And so I apologize if you hear the planes. They're there though, so I apologize. Hello everyone, I am new to the fandom, and this is my first post here. Here is my Marinette fan art. Hope you like it. Another first post. That's interesting. Back-to-back first posts. That's pretty cool. I like this style. It's a very cartoony style. It reminds me of like Star Versus and stuff, because they have a cartoony style. Well, obviously, yes, the floor is made out of floor, but yeah, I like it. I always like the cartoony styles, and I know it's a lot different because it's like Miraculous is a show that's 3D, so putting it into like a 2D cartoon style, it's interesting, and it's not always done right, but if it is done right, it looks pretty good. So it sort of gives us an idea of what it would look like if it was a 2D cartoon versus a 3D one. So I always enjoy seeing that. If the theory about Chloe being Queen Banana are true, upgrade. Nah. Oh, this is from an Instagram post, by the way. Upgrade. Perfect. Yeah. So yeah, this post is probably, when did we hear that news? That was probably like 3 weeks ago, right? Like this post is 3 weeks late. I was expecting to see so many Reddit posts about, you know, Queen Banana and Gabriel Agrest and everything season, like all the news. I would expect to see the news on the Reddit. Like the Reddit news is sort of lacking. Like why is there no news posts on the Reddit? That like surprises me. Maybe I should start putting news on the Reddit, because I don't know, apparently nobody else does. So I don't know, I just feel like that Reddit would be a good place to hear the news aside from this channel, because there are people, believe it or not, there are people on the Reddit that don't know about me. So yeah, it would be cool to like get a news flare and then, you know, post the news every single time there is news. So maybe I'll do that or something. Let me know if you would enjoy that. But I don't know that you would, because then that would probably take up a slot on the top 20. So then it would be like, well, I guess it would give me an opportunity to talk about it again. But yeah, let me know if you'd like that. We've got to get Gabriel smiling at Adrien the way he smiles at aspiring designers following in his footsteps. Adrien, what do I have to do for him to be proud of me? Marinette makes hat. Gabriel, happy designer noise. Yeah, this is sad. Gabriel just neglects Adrien too much, and it's really sad. And it makes me feel for Adrien, because it's like, dang, Gabriel, be better at your job. Well, your job of being a parent, not your job of being a because I suppose if I was saying be better as a designer, then that would mean neglect your child, which is exactly what he's doing, which is what he should stop doing. So Gabriel, be worse at your work job and be better at your parenting job. There we go. That's the way it should be formatted. My first Miraculous Ladybug art. A lot of firsts today. The wait for season 4 is killing me. Who else? This Reddit page is gold. Oh, this is really cool too. I love the flat designs as well. Like the very simplistic, you know, 2 tones, like just a basic red and then a basic shade. Like, I think these are so cool. Plus, this is really interesting because it's, I think it would be a little bit better if she had a mask on, but having her costume on underneath her outfit, that's an interesting idea. I like that. That's a cool idea. But yeah, I just really like the flat designs. Like, not for everything, obviously, but like every once in a while when we see like a flat design, or like, for example, I have a My Hero Academia poster that's like very flat 2D, like not like these posters back here, but it's very similar in style to something like this, and I just really like that style and that design. So yeah, I do like the very 2D flat designs. Forever friend zoned. Marinette, now, just to make sure, are you asking me romantically or just as a friend? Adrien, down on one knee, your ring still out. You did not just ask me that. Milady, are you just never gonna let that go? Okay, same thing. We saw like basically a very similar post. I was gonna say the same post, but it's not the same post, it's different. But we saw a very similar post earlier today, and same thing I have to say to this one as the other one, because sadly, like, these interactions are so funny and there's so many different possibilities. It's just that I don't see it as of right now, unless if like Marinette hears a lot of she's just a friend or whatever. But like that's something for the fans. It's not so much for Marinette, so it's kind of sad because I mean, okay, there is that one point where it's like Marinette was like, man, I'm just a friend at the end of the Puppeteer 2, but that was like her first realization, you know? Like, she didn't hear any others than that. So, like, and that was her own conclusion. She didn't hear that from Adrien, but, yeah. Well, I mean, sort of. I mean, the car ride sort of had something to do with it, I think. If I'm remembering correctly, it's been a while since I've seen it, so I'll have to rewatch it. Well, I will rewatch it within the next couple of weeks, but, yeah. I can't. I got cast as the lead in the school play. Ah, yay, I've never seen you act before. Sure you have. I act like your jokes are funny all the time. That's hilarious. I love this one. Oh my gosh. That's really good. Because, like, oh, Marinette, that's savage. That's or I guess Ladybug. Do you guys get annoyed? Here's a question. Do you guys get annoyed if I say, if, like, we're talking about Ladybug in this instance, but I say Marinette, do you guys, like, I mean, they're the same person, but, like, they're sort of different, I suppose. So, do you get annoyed at me for saying Marinette when it's Ladybug, or, like, if I said Adrien here when it's Cat Noir? Is there anybody who's, like, offended or annoyed by that? Like, I mean, it's not gonna stop me from doing it, because I just do it instinctively, but I just think it'd be kind of funny to hear some people who are like, yes, Aiden, this is actually my biggest pet peeve of yours, and I am going to unsubscribe if you keep doing it. So I think that would be super funny if there was some people out there like that, but I don't know if that's a thing. So let me know if that's a big pet peeve of yours or not. Literally the same. They both give off the same energy. Huh, that's really funny, because we just saw this post. That actually makes me interested. All right, 3 days ago. Let's go back over here. 3 days ago. No, it's definitely a different person. Does it say a time? I don't think. No, it just says 3 days ago. I wonder which one came first. Oh, wait. Oh, it does say a time. 1806. 22. This was the original, unless there's another one that comes up later. That's so funny. So basically what happened is this guy, Banana Puppy, was like, huh. They were just on the Reddit and they saw this one, right? And then they were like, this reminds me of the putting the award one. What's that mean referred to? I don't know. But they were like, yeah, that reminds me of this. And then they were like, all right, let's just use that and put it into here. Because that's actually funny, because I had, like, it's funny because I mentioned this, and then it's actually a thing, so, oh, that's hilarious. That's hilarious. Oh, man. Photo shoot I managed to do earlier this year, just before lockdown. Oh, there's a link now? Like, Reddit must have updated the way that you can post images, because, like, I remember it wasn't too long ago to where you couldn't even just, you know, put more than one image. So this is probably new as well. But all right, so we got you as Cat Noir, and then another Cat Noir. Wow, that's really good. I was like, because when I read this title and I didn't have a screenshot, my first thing that I was thinking was we saw another image on here where it was some guy jumping like Marinette in front of that waterfall. What episode was that we saw that? I'm not sure. But that's what was going through my head. But I suppose instead of it was a cosplay photo shoot versus a hey, I'm in France kind of photo shoot. So that's really cool. I mean you could be in France, I don't know, but that's a really good job. Your eyes are green there too. Are your eyes just naturally green, or was that some post-production there? In your costume looks pretty good, because like it has like I don't want to say shoulder pads, but it has like the padding just all around sort of, and sort of that, like that's a lot like what Cat Noir actually has. And yeah, this looks really good. I wonder what the eyes though, like that's my real question, is are the eyes like, did you have to like color correct them to green, or because like this looks like a really green eye. Like I don't think I've ever seen anybody with that green of a natural eye. So that'd be really interesting if you were just happened to have that green of eye and then you were like, it's my destiny to cosplay as Cat Noir, because that'd be pretty cool. Here's my Ladybug inspired outfit. I'm also wearing Marinette's earrings from the Zag store, even though you can't really see them. Oh, that's pretty cool. And it's like unique enough to where it's like you could walk out in that and then people would think, oh, she's a fan of ladybugs, you know, like that must be her favorite insect. But and honestly, like if I just saw someone wearing that costume, I wouldn't really think, yeah, like, oh, they're a fan of Miraculous Ladybug. I would think they just like ladybugs. So, I mean, I might like, I don't know, depending on how social I was feeling that day, and if like we ever got into a conversation, I might throw a little hint in there, and then if they caught on to the hint, then it would be like, oh, okay, cool. But yeah, that's pretty cool. So if anybody ever sees this lady walking around in this costume, you can go have a nice conversation about Miraculous Ladybug, because you actually know that she's a fan because she's on this Reddit. So yeah, go say hi, I suppose. I guess I shouldn't be saying that because I don't know. Maybe she doesn't want anybody to just come say hi. So maybe don't do that. I don't know. Do it at your own discretion. And for the top post of the week, we've got Gabriel, the fashion designer. And you're gonna regret wearing that ridiculous outfit. Okay, but can we talk about how Chloe Bourgeois slagged off Hawkmoth's outfit? Hawkmoth, who is Gabriel Agreste, a literal fashion designer. That's gotta sting. Pun not intended. Yeah, this would have had to have been season 2 finale, right? Probably. I don't see any other like option that it would be aside from. No, because like the only time that Chloe and Hawkmoth were in the same like area, and Chloe was Queen Bee, aside from like when they weren't allies, that would have been the season 2 finale because there's no other time. But yeah, that like I wonder what he was thinking when that was going through her head, because the costumes are based on the user's perception. So in theory, Gabriel actually created the costume that he wears. And also in theory, that would mean that Cat Noir or Ladybug could change their costume, which could be interesting and would actually make for really good, because Ladybug's costume right now kind of sucks, but that's besides the point. I wonder if Gabriel was like, does my costume actually suck? I mean, I haven't gotten it like professionally reviewed or anything. Like, do I need to change it up a little bit? Maybe like, and then he goes to the drawing board and is like, okay, let me redesign this thing. And he's like, who cares? It's not like anybody ever sees me anyway. So yeah, that's funny. That is funny. I never really noticed that, but I guess that's a good point. But anyway, guys, that's going to be it for this video. If you did enjoy, you can leave a like and subscribe for more content similar to this, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.